A lot of AI app builders you see are built for web apps. So that's like Lovable, Base44, Bolt. They build web apps, meaning you can access them in the browser. But a lot of people want to know how to build mobile apps that you can download in the App Store or Google Play Store. And in this video, I'm going to show you 4 tools that you can use to build native mobile apps. I highly recommend you check out each of these tools to see which of them is best for you. I am going to touch on the pricing of each tool so that you know what you're getting into. The first tool is Rork. And what Rork allows you to do is it's very similar to building with Lovable, Bolt. All of these tools are going to be like that with the chat on the left side, the code and preview on the right side. In terms of pricing, it's $25 a month to get 100 messages monthly. And then it scales up $50 a month for 250 messages. So a message is you send a message, you get a response. That's one message. So you want to think about that. And with Rork, it is important to really make sure that your prompts and messages are really high quality because you are paying for each one. They also have something called the Rork iOS app, which allows you to build from your own iPhone, which is pretty cool. And it allows you to preview the apps that you're building on Rork on your iPhone really easily. That's something that I think is really cool about what Rork has compared to some of the other tools. And then down here, we can see case studies of apps that were actually built on Rork that are available for download in the App Store. I recommend checking this out. You can actually download them and see what you think. So that's the first one. There's 3 more, so you're going to want to stick around. The next tool we're talking about is Bloom. It's bloom.diy is the URL. This company is backed by Y Combinator. It allows you to go from idea to native app. Very similar concept to Rork, what we talked about. Their landing page is a little bit more sparse. Let me go ahead and just type a quick prompt. I'll say to-do list app, and then I'll create an account just to show you the pricing and everything. So here we are, I'm logged in. One thing I do is I like the design. I feel like it's like kind of whimsical. If we go down to the bottom, let's go to their plans here. So on the free plan, you get 700 credits per month, but nothing is private and you can't download the code. It's really just for testing it out. For $20 a month, you get more credits, private projects. And then for $50 a month, you also get early access to new features. And you can sync to GitHub, so that's a really helpful feature. The only thing you don't get there is priority support, but you do get more credits. And then on their top plan, you also get priority support. With Bloom, you can also export and put your app on the App Store. It's a little bit of a newer tool from what I've seen than Rork. There might not be as many examples of apps for case studies like Rork has, but Bloom is still, in my experience, really nice, and I got really nice results from it. Now, one thing I'm curious about, because it looks like they're giving me 350 credits a day, even though you have 700 credits a month on the free plan. So I want to know what a credit is. In Rork, it's really clear. You send a message, you get a message back. But let's go ahead and send this off and see how many credits are used just to get that initial version. While it's building this, and we're going to check the credits, let's jump into the next one, and then we'll come back and see how many credits this used. Here we are in our third option. This is Emergent. Now, what's cool about Emergent is it builds both web apps and also builds native mobile apps at the same time. The way that Emergent works, and I can show you an example because we did a video with them recently, is that it is going to build the web app first. And if you want to convert it to a mobile app, you just ask it to do that. It'll essentially wrap your mobile app in a conversion in something called Capacitor, which adds native iOS and Android app shells, which then allow you to take your web app and upload them to the App Store so people can download them. So it allows you to have a kind of one code base for both web and mobile. So that's one advantage to Emergent, is that you have both the web app and the mobile app built together. So that's how Emergent works. Emergent is very agentic. I noticed that it does a lot for you in one prompt. I think it's really cool. I definitely recommend checking this out as well. In terms of pricing, it also is on a credit system. You can try it for free with 10 free monthly credits. For $20 a month, you get 100 credits, and $200 a month, you get even more. That's how Emergent's pricing is. And then just to show you, basically with this app that I built, which was the mood tracking app, so we can see if I go to the info here that building the whole thing took 10.4426 credits. And again, remember, if we go to credits, you get 10 free monthly credits. So for almost the free amount, I was able to build this entire thing. And then you can do a lot more with 100 credits. Now, this was a pretty simple app. I didn't build a ton of features. So I do think if you want to keep building, you will need that $20 a month plan. But Emergent is definitely worth checking out. Okay, and then just jumping back into Bloom real quick. It looks like it's almost finished. and it is at 340 credits left. So basically, only took 10 credits to build out the first version of a to-do list app, which is a fairly simple app, but just keep that in mind. So it looks like you can get a lot of free usage out of Bloom. Now, the final one I'm going to talk about is Dreamflow.app. This has a similar interface where you add your prompt. They're promising it to be the fastest way to build mobile apps. The way that it works is you ask the AI agent what you want to do. It's going to give you a real-time preview. It has Firebase and Supabase support. It's nice that it has Firebase. A lot of apps only have Supabase, so it's nice that you can have a different database if you want that as well. Then you have the ability to, more in a no-code way with the widgets, view what it's built, edit the properties, more drag and drop no-code. And if you're familiar with how that used to work, this looks almost like Webflow with the widget tree. And then you can deploy to the App Store directly as well. So very similar features to the other ones. Again, I think it's worth testing them out if you're serious about building a native mobile app, testing them all out yourself. I think everyone has their own personal preference on which AI app builder they like best. It depends on what you end up liking. So if we go into pricing real quick, again, you can start for free if they give you 10 credits to start. In a second, I'm going to do a quick test just to show you what you get for each credit, and then it goes up as you go. It looks like you can deploy to web. So this also is going to give you a web and native app version, but you can only do the native app version on $20 a month. Let's try it out real quick. I'm just going to do a to-do list app, just like Bloom, and then we'll see what you get for each credit. I do really like the design. I feel like it's very sleek. So right off the bat, that I like. Okay, so here we are. We have our first response, and I actually think it looks really nice. But the main thing I wanted to see was how many credits it took. So it was 2.48 credits, and you get 10 credits for free on the free plan. So that is enough to play around with it and see what you think. We've gone through 4 different native app builders. This is Dreamflow. We also talked about Emergent. We talked about Bloom.diy, and we talked about Rork. So check all of them out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Which one do you think you would want to use? And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more free content like this. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video.